Hey there guys, I'm Chris at Wolf Ridge Manufacturing. Today we're going to take a look at our log lifts for our compact commercial machines. And you see that right here. We cut all the tubing and mesh grating there for the log lifts. And it's fairly time consuming. And there's a few things that we want to fix up on them. Okay, so this is a fixed angle here. We weld that all together so it's one solid piece. It takes us probably, I don't know, 3 hours to make each log lift, right? So as we grow, I mean, that time really adds up. I do like the mesh because you can stand on it. We do weld it pretty heavy duty around the outside there and whatnot, so we're not worried about it, coming separated. But it does dent over time, and not as appealing. It doesn't work as well later on. So we're going to work on a new log lift for this. Another thing is, this is powered down. The hydraulic cylinder will actually pull this down towards the ground, and so if your foot is underneath it, it'll want to push up off your foot, kind of try to lift the machine up. So I don't think it would break your foot or anything like that, but it could definitely be uncomfortable. So what I have planned here is we're going to actually eliminate some of the tubing. The tubing is more expensive, and laser cut the part, have it formed, and then weld a few pieces onto it. Should save us a bunch of time and still make a real high quality product. So we're going to take a look at that. I'm actually going to fit up a few of the test parts right now. This is all just kind of a theory at this point. We did some design work on it. We actually finally got to use our software, some of the software that we had purchased. It's called SolidWorks, and we'll give it a shot, see what happens here. So first step is to give that bottom piece a pivot point. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a 3/4 inch grade 8 nut and weld that on the inside right here. Gas out. Couple good tacks there for now. We'll work on getting an access hole for that. And we've got our plate with all the teeth in it. Kind of got that all designed so that it fits in right in one spot. You can't put it in wrong. And as you weld stuff, I don't know how many guys know this, but when you weld, the weld actually shrinks and makes, instead of the part being sitting nice and square, it's actually going to pull. Say if I weld on this side, it's actually going to pull the part over like this, so it'll be out of square. So when you go to fit something up, and I'm just eyeballing this, of course, for a quick trial. But we'll actually pull that over slightly out of square and then tack. And then it straightens itself out. Okay. That's what we got there right now. Teeth sticking up out of there, so got plenty of grip for the logs. Keep them logs from sliding off over towards the engine or off the side of the log lift here. And we got a lift lug in the back to lift it up. So I think now what we'll do is we'll get this bolted together and actually put it on a machine and see what it looks like. Alright, so that's the new one. You know, by no means is this the final revision. We, in welding and engineering, there's never really a final. There's always room for improvement. So, but I kind of like the way that turned out. So the idea here is to make this move. You know, if your foot's underneath there, it can pop up out of the way. If there's a log underneath there, or a split piece of wood underneath there, it can move up and out of the way. The angle's off just a little bit here. I think that we need to, you know, probably tighten up this angle right here. You know, maybe 10 degrees, probably something like that. And then that's dialed in really well. I think maybe move the holes up just a touch so that there's maybe a gap underneath the backside right here, and that way it's not you know, flipping up too often. We want it to be a safety thing but not an annoyance thing. But anyhow, we've got that figured out. We've got a 5/8 hole here for a pin to go through and lock it in place for shipping. And or if you want to leave it up, say you have a whole bunch of small rounds, you can leave this up and then have just a flat surface, not have that bottom leg in the way. Got a nice angle here. Roll the logs down now, that's nice. Tucks in nice so you can stand on it. This is just tacked together. If you look at me, I'm 200 pounds. It's fully tacked together. We got a nice work height table. That turned out pretty well for a first time. Just barely draw it up on a computer and send it over to forming. You know, I think we just change a couple angles. I think we'd move this outer set of slots out towards the outside a little bit more. Get those teeth out here a little farther. I think that's going to work great. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Oh, another thing I want to do would be to, instead of having these big ovals like this, which kind of match the upper section, I would want to have more holes, probably going horizontally. So when you go to stand on that section, have a little better grip. So this is going to be kind of slippery when it's powder coating, and when you're, you know, working in the snow, you know, in wintertime, a little ice build up on there, and you'll go for a chiropractor visit, I think. So we'll make these maybe horizontal slots and make more of them for grip. But this is all 1/4 inch plate here, and then this upper section I think is way overkill. I think if we go over to 10 gauge on this and then having these 1/4 inch stiffener plates in it, you know, I think we're going to be super strong still. And of course welding everything and maybe, you know, add a gusset right down here, something like that. Should about do it. All right, so guys, if you haven't done so already, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. Think this is going to work or what? All right, let me know. Thanks, guys. Take care.